Tonight on EA Sports, it's a special Christmas night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the LA Chargers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
Now Brooks. Throwing to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
This one complete to Coates. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And Hall not going to bring this one out. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They go play action here on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Brooks. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They'll run on 1st down. Watkins, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And this pass caught by Gray.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 20.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it'll be Dolphin football. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Brooks now throwing to start the drive.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
To throw on second down, Watkins. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular? And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there. 52 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And Hall not going to bring this one out. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game? And this is going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Gray. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Miami set to take over. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. That certainly appeared to be a play. Where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On is the Chargers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it first and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Brooks. He's going to air one out. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Boy, Charles, his offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Chargers offense back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McGee. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Watkins, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Chargers offense back out and ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
And caught up to him. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Weaver, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watkins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd. Down. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Watkins. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now Brooks to throw. On 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Looking to throw on second down. Watkins, he finds his man, complete. It's McGee. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Watkins. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On is the Chargers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Take it at the 37. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The LA offense ready for this next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a game of 20. First down, Los Angeles.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
On first down, Watkins into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Brooks throwing to start the drive. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into a great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one like...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
To throw on 2nd down, Watkins. And he will find his man on the outside. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Watkins. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton, and some room to roam now.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go.
Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This offense comes back out onto the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Here's Brooks throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Brooks. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Brooks going long for Coates. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. This secondary. Has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Back to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And a is on here in this first half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. The Giants get a vital win there as they move to 8-7 with 2 games left to go. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. 38-24 was the final. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Looking to throw on second down. Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Watkins. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Operating from the gun, Watkins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Brooks on first down, letting one go deep for Roberts. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play. Second touchdown of the night, and the Dolphins are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On second down, it's McGee. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll keep it on the ground. McGee. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Watkins. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Gray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw. Watkins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns. These are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Weaver. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Brandon, you know, we talked about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On second down now, it's Watkins, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On second down, it's McGee, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. On first down, McGee. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they run the option on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Operating from the gun, Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Watkins, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Lawton. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And they're going to speed things up here. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. It's Watkins. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
On second down now, it's Watkins, and he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Taking it in from 7 yards away, and the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. So out come the Chargers. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Dolphins Dolphins add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort. Really well executed. Congratulations to them.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And it's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again. Watkins able to find Gray here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collier. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Watkins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Watkins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 30. The Chargers pass. Game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Watkins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Gray. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Watkins. He finds his man. Complete. It's McGee. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On 1st down, McGee. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Watkins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game is going, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here we go. Shot. Cougar 19.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8, and it sets up a 3rd and 15.
Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there, and big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check 3. Trap 60.
Brooks now off the play fake. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender. Off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Throwing to start the drive. Watkins throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Dolphins Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. Watkins. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
19 Charger, 19 Charger, 79 Broncos. Hey, check that, street.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go again. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day,